Hi there. It's the Saturday of the Easter weekend, and I'm just back from doing poetry chat box. And if you've read my post, the theme was fear, and very appropriate this time of year, being Easter, the Saturday of Easter, Holy Saturday, it's otherwise known as, and a great time to look at what fears and doubts you carry, and an opportunity to lay them to rest and bring in that beautiful light and turn into that light that you are and resurrect. So what I did at Poetry Chat Box this morning, I did read a poem, but I also took along Little Bit. Now, Little Bit is a book I wrote at the end of 2019, and what I'm going to read is a little bit of fear. Fits with the topic, but basically what Little Bit is about is that it's about a fear virus. Not COVID, but a fear virus, and how fear, as that virus, affects all aspects of our being. So here goes. I'm going to just read a little bit of fear. It's a very, very colourful book. Okay, and fear is appropriately in a lovely mauve colour. Little Bit was focusing on overcoming fears and took a ride in a hot air balloon. Little Bit was feeling afraid, but not sure why. Arriving early for the book ride, Little Bit was looking up at the sky, watching a few hot air balloons in the distance. While looking up, a startling, shimmering energy floated right in front of Little Bit. It wasn't until the energy spoke that Little Bit paid attention. "Hello, Little Bit. Are you looking forward to going up in the sky?" "Not really," Little Bit truthfully replied, then asked, "Who are you?" "I am Fear," the voice of the energy said. "What do I look like to you?" Little Bit looked hard and only saw a misty shape. "But I can see right through you, and I can put my hand through you too." This astounded Little Bit, as Fear never felt very comfortable at all. In fact, Little Bit was remembering when Little Bit had to speak up and say something that Little Bit didn't think another Bit would like to hear. Little Bit shook inside and spoke with a shaky voice at those times. Little Bit was reliving other times when Little Bit had to say no, and how sick inside Little Bit felt because that wasn't pleasing to another. Little Bit was also remembering when it felt like Little Bit couldn't do anything right. Fear was listening to Little Bit's thoughts and asked Little Bit, "Besides feeling sick, how else did you feel?" Little Bit didn't have a thing to think long about it, saying, "Oh, so tired and weak." Fear asked Little Bit to look at fear itself again, and asked again, "How do I look now to you?" "Like nothing," replied Little Bit. "What did I look like when you were feeling sick in your stomach or weak in your body?" Fear asked. Little Bit remembered how fear felt like a dark and heavy cloud, a cloud so dense it was hard to glimpse any light at all. Fear asked Little Bit to think about Little Bit's greatest fear. "What is it you really fear, Little Bit?" Little Bit's eyes welled up, tears spilled out, and it felt like Little Bit's heart was breaking. As Little Bit owned the fear and said, "It's that I am unlovable and no one will love me." "Look at me again, Little Bit. What do I look like now?" Fear asked. "Really dark, in the shape of a shattered heart," Little Bit replied. "Little Bit, I know you're feeling great pain at present, but will you listen to what I have to say?" Fear asked. Fear explained, "Little Bit, a moment ago you could see right through me. I didn't really exist. I became what you made me. You gave me a substance, colour and shape. You gave me the power to change how you feel inside, shaken, tired and weak. I'm not real. You made me real. I hear your thoughts call me. Little bit, I like nothing better than being nothing. I used to enjoy moving about at ease, flying high with a bird's view of above and below. You and all the other bits brought me down to earth with a thud. You listened to the virus and gave me a name. I still get to take off now and then, but you keep calling me back. Fear continued. I'm not the fear when you think something will fall on your head or when you need to jump out of the way. You know what to do to keep yourself safe. Little bit, look inside yourself again. Look inside your heart and remember, your heart is so full of love for others. Now fill it with love for yourself. Make your heart so filled with love that it spills out everywhere and to everyone. You are loved and loved. As you do that, please send me love too. That's right, to me fear. I would like to be set free. No doubt you'll call me back, but please set me free as soon as you can. Remember, I am only what you make me. Little bit felt light and unable to stop smiling. The hot air balloon landed. As Little Bit was being called to jump into the balloon's basket, Little Bit was feeling excited now and looking forward to liftoff. Especially when there was a whisper in Little Bit's ear. Come on, let's go flying so we can get a bird's eye view of above and below. Let's have some fun. Little Bit laughed because Little Bit felt so light and could have floated even without a balloon. Happy Easter, everyone.